do you give a $10 coffee table a Hampton style makeover? Hi guys, welcome back to Hampton Your House. My name is Belle, and if you're interested in creating the Coastal Hamptons vibe in your house, you're definitely in the right place. I would love for you to consider subscribing, and that way you won't miss out on any new videos, DIYs, and tips and tricks. I'm really excited to share this DIY project with you today. We really needed a new coffee table because our old one was falling apart. So we went to our local buy and sell page and we picked up this beauty for only $10. Total bargain. Getting secondhand furniture is a great idea if you're wanting to create the Hamptons look in your house, because it's such a classic style. You can find some beautiful classic looking pieces really cheaply and then update them with paint and new hardware to suit the exact look you're going for. So here comes the fun part. It's time to give this coffee table a Hampton style makeover. I've decided to go with the look of staining the top of the table and painting the rest white. So I need to sand the top really well. Luckily, I've just had my birthday and my awesome hubby and kids got me this amazing random orbital sander. It's so much more fun than sanding everything by hand, which I did in my last project, and I'll link that for you below. The random part of the orbital sander just means that it has two different types of movement, and because of that, it doesn't leave any scratches or sanding marks. It's a worthwhile investment if you love doing this sort of thing. Always remember to wear your safety glasses and dust mask when you're sanding. And you'll also need to remove the old hardware. With the sides and legs, it's important to get rid of any old varnish that might be about to flake off, and sanding also helps to prepare the surface for the new paint. I can do a bit with the sander, but I need to finish off all the hard to reach angles by hand. I thought this would take ages, but it was actually surprisingly quick, even with all the tricky angles and corners. When you're done, make sure you wipe off all the dust. A slightly damp cloth works well for this. Get some wood putty and putty up any gaps or holes. Because I'm also going to replace the handle on the drawer and it's not the same size as the old one, I'm also puttying up the old screw holes. Give the putty a few hours to dry, then sand off the excess, wipe off all the dust, and you're ready to paint. I'm using a wattle, colourwood, oil-based wood stain and varnish combination in the colour walnut. When you're choosing your stain and/or varnish, just make sure you check whether the one you have is water-based or oil-based. If it's oil-based, you'll need terps to clean the brushes with, and water-based, you just need water. You'll want to do at least 2 coats of this to get a nice finish, and give it a quick sand in between coats. Once your stain and varnish is dry, it's time to paint the base. I'm using the same white I used for my IKEA Billy bookcase unit. There's a link to that video in the description box below. You'll need at least 2 coats of this too, depending on the level of coverage you want to achieve. Before you've done your final coat, make sure you mark out where your new drawer handle is going to go and drill the holes. That way you can paint over any possible mishaps. I'm using one of the Hampton cup pulls from Bunnings. These are actually quite tricky to install, but they come with a mounting template to help you get the holes in the right places. After you've finished painting everything, get some very fine sandpaper, like 280 grit, and very lightly sand the surface. This will give it a silky smooth finish. Use separate pieces of sandpaper for each paint colour so you don't end up with any marks on your new paint. Time to put the new handle on, and then we're all done. Here's the before and after. This was such a fun project. I love seeing a good furniture makeover come to life. In the end, I wasn't 100% happy with the colour of the top. It came out a lot more red than I was expecting, but I still think it made for a stunning transformation. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Should I go for a more of a grey wash top next time, or all white, or do you like the colour of the top? Well, if you've enjoyed seeing the transformation of this gorgeous $10 coffee table, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos. I have lots of great projects coming up for you soon, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye guys.